fans, followers, and 5-cylinder enthusiasts, welcome to our latest video. Today we want to show you the 707 horsepower stage for your 2.5 TFSI 400 horsepower model. We have all the parts you need to get your car from a stock car to a 707 horsepower stage with over 800 Newton meters in the DASA, DNWA, DNWC, and all other 400 horsepower models. Let's start with the heart of the kit. Today we just want to show you the hardware, what you need, and what is upgraded from stock, how it's a comparison in sizes and design, and just to get a little bit understanding what is needed to get your car to that power level. So let's start with the heart of the kit. We can't say often enough how proud we are on our X8 turbocharger, the latest generation, our latest baby, which we have released. This turbo is the master of flexibility. It can be driven with 98 RON, 100, 102, with any pump fuel. It can be run on alcohol. So into the 800 horsepower range, it's really, really a rock solid unit. We know how solid this unit is, and this means you get 1 year warranty on this turbo. For any damage that occurs on the turbo, we cover it. Just in case you have a spark plug flying into your engine, this is something we cannot cover for warranty because that's not a fault of the turbo. But for any overspinning, bearing failure, whatsoever that could happen, it will not, but could happen, you have 1 year unlimited warranty. Okay, that's up front. Just some spotlights here. We have an original turbo, original compressor wheel in comparison. The compressor wheel of the X8 turbo, different inducer size, different exducer size, different weight, different design, different tip height. Everything is modified on this turbocharger. Compressor side, the bearing section is again enlarged, extremely bigger than stock, 20.5% bigger than stock. Complete redesigned. So, because of that custom compressor wheel, which has extreme tolerances, wideness in terms of diameter and extended tip, we needed to make a custom backplate to get this fitted, and this is the sign. Always when you see that red backplate, you know there's something fancy under the compressor cover. What else do we have here? We have the HPerformance Sport Series intercooler compared to a stock intercooler. Some of you guys already know this intercooler from the RS3 CZGB 367 horsepower model. It was too small in the past, and it is too small now. And even in the future it will be too small. That's why we have our HPerformance Sport Series intercooler. For the DAZ and DNW models, we don't need air guides because the surface is not covered by any number plate whatsoever. It can be removed from the stock front bumper. On the RS3 8 Epsilon, we have the air guides, and the 8 Epsilon cooler is still 4 centimeters longer than this one because the front bumper does allow this. This intercooler is the same like with the X8. It can be driven on a stage 1 plus up to an 800 horsepower stage. And if you rate this to 800 horsepower, this does not mean you make one pull 800 horsepower on the dyno bench. Yoo-hoo! You can do it one pull, another pull, one more pull, and you will still see the intake temperature is on a normal level. That means that you can run consistent power on the track or anywhere else where you want to force your car. If you think this is not enough, yeah, we can help you. We have also the race series, which is still one size above that can do the same like this one, just in a 1000 horsepower class. And you can make a pull after pull after pull after pull, and the power will not decrease. So that's everything that needs to be said to the Sport Series intercooler. Now let's go over to the intake side of the system of the X8 turbo. Here you see a stock intake pipe of an CZGB 400 horsepower, DNWA 400 horsepower model, which is a casted model, 3 to 4 millimeter wall thickness that needs to be subtracted from the diameter. So it's in the end, it's maybe a 65, 70 millimeter inlet size compared over 100 millimeter from a 1.5 millimeter wall thickness that easily can eat up the stock inlet, just to give you a rough understanding of how big this is. And then we go from 100 millimeter into our 100 millimeter carbon tube, which directly enters the air filter box connection, also 100 millimeter, everything that is needed. And just to give you a rough understanding of size, just have a look, our diameter, stock one. So yeah, what do we need to say here? Not pretty much, it's just, yeah, amazing what diameter and difference we have here. So then we have the HPerformance dog bone mount. The dog bone mount is also a very useful item which prevents your engine from extreme flipping movement. If you have this installed, your engine will not move that much when you lift the gas after a pull. Lift the gas. You have seen this in our dyno videos when the engine was shaking in the front and people were saying, oh my goodness, what is that? You will have the same on your stage 2. If you have a stage 2 stock dog bone, you will have highly likely the same movement in your engine bay, but you've never seen this because normally you can't see your car making full torque and in the next second, full torque released and the engine goes back. In the videos you can see it and this shows how important that one is. DSG catch tank, a very simple thing, but very useful. The stock one which is installed in the car is not a catch tank, it's more or less a damper which tries to prevent the oil from spraying out into the engine room, but it does not allow the oil to recover into the engine. Here you have the function that the oil is held back, or the oil pressure is held back, the oil dust is held back. To go out, it goes in the end back into this catch tank and goes back into the gearbox where it should be. Then we have the rod. It's symbolic for the engine build. That needs to be done as well. The engine assembly needs to be done as well. We have made another video about this already in the past. Here you can see the link to the video in German and English. And I don't want to talk a lot about the engine reinforcement today. We've done this already in previous videos. Just to see it, we have also gaskets, head gaskets, bearings, whatsoever. A lot of stuff that needs to be added to the engine build, which is in this stage, but today we decided not to put this on the desk because we have to focus on other parts. Yeah, the final thing that I want to show you, if we speak about size, we definitely should speak about a real 101.6 millimeter. Why do I pronounce real triple or twice? Yes, because many downpipes just have a 4-inch flange in top and directly reduced to 90 millimeter. This is a real 101.6 going down to the bottom, and you can easily move your hand into and check the turbine of your turbo, which you don't need on the X8 because it will never fail. So now let's have a comparison to stock. Here you go, stock downpipe OPF model, DNWA 2022 model. You have the front catalytic converter, which gets the exhaust gases through this little opening here. And it's extremely useful to store heat in front, but it does not help you to drive a lot of power and to generate a good torque and a good temperature range in your engine. So this is why we always go in the full diameter to the bottom, split it with our 101 millimeter to twin 76 millimeter adaptation kit. And then we run the catalytics, not in front, but on the bottom, straight in front of the oxygen particle filters. So that's the optimization in terms of size and diameter, 3-inch here versus 65 millimeter in stock. So it's a real difference in size. That's not just making a lot of exhaust gas brake pressure reduction, this is also making a really nice sound combined with an intake exhaust system. This is going to make a real good tone. If you have 4-inch from the turbo going down to the back, this is sound-wise unimaginably good, and also in terms of exhaust gas back pressure, you will definitely see a difference from 4-inch to 3.5-inch. So from the intake, the cooling, the exhaust, everything we showed you today, this is necessary to have 707 horsepower in your 2.5 TFSI 400 horsepower model. If you have any questions to these parts, just email us. Those kits are available in our shop in big quantities. As you can see here, we have a lot of parts in the shelf. The spring is coming, you need power. Here is the power. Go to the shop and just enter the next level of performance. We will show you in one of our next videos how does a 707 horsepower TTRS RS3 whatsoever perform on the street. This is coming now. And also how does it sound. You will hear this in our next videos. So stay tuned and goodbye. Next level of performance. We will show you in one of our next videos how does